there is this kind of core logic that we're being asked to buy into, which is like, oh, she's a feminist. She became a prosecutor or a DA or an attorney general to be a feminist. But what we also have to analyze is how modern capitalism yields identity and puts it at the top and uses that representation as some sign of progress. When if a white person was passing the same policies that Kamala Harris was passing and saying a lot of the same things that Kamala Harris is saying, we would say that this is a lukewarm person that doesn't actually care about making sure that black and brown people don't really end up in jail and prisons. We would say that this is a white person who was willing to align with Zionism and conflate protests against genocide with being unpatriotic, which actually, if you actually think about it, I mean, genocide is pretty patriotic. So Kamala Harris isn't lying, but we have to be able to name the lie and understand that she operates to serve the status quo. If over 200 people have been arrested protesting Congress and expressing their freedom of speech and exercising their right to protest, yet it's considered unpatriotic because somehow Zionism does align with what America wants, what the American project is. And so I think even in the language that we're seeing, we have to be able to analyze what is happening. And I'm going to read some of the statement that Kamala Harris's office came out with after Netanyahu visited Congress. And there's also the fact that she literally met with Netanyahu, and I wonder how that went. I wonder how hard she's going for Palestinians. Yesterday at Union Station in Washington, D.C., we saw despicable acts by unpatriotic protesters and dangerous hate-filled rhetoric. I condemn any individuals associating with the brutal terroristic organization Hamas, which has vowed to annihilate the state of Israel and kill Jews. Pro-Hamas graffiti and rhetoric is abhorrent, and we must not tolerate it in our nation. I condemn the burning of an American flag. The flag is a symbol of our highest ideals as a nation and represents the promise of America. It should never be decimated in that way. I support the right to protest peacefully, but let's be clear, anti-Semitism, hate, and violence of any kind have no place in this country. So
here they are pepper spraying people who are exercising their constitutional rights. It's disgusting. It's absolutely criminal. Hey, this is supposed to be the house of the people. That this is supposed to be where people in the United States are allowed to express their views, a place for the government to represent the will of the people, and here they are pepper spraying us.
We can see that a Democrat is portraying pro-Palestinian protests as inherently being conflated with Hamas, just like Netanyahu does, just like the right wing does, just like the Republican Party does. And so there is this really serious question right now in this era of trying to bratify Kamala Harris or make her a girl boss or make funny t-shirts about how she said, oh, we fell out of a coconut tree. Instead of mythologizing Kamala Harris into being this funny, like kind of non-threatening woman, we should actually look at her as someone that corroborates the narrative of Netanyahu and the project of Zionism by portraying rightful protests against the war crimes, against the atrocities that Israel and the Israeli military is committing against Palestinians. And not only Palestinians, but their own people, their own Jewish people that are resisting what the state of Israel is doing. And Kamala Harris aligns with this. Why should this make us feel safe? And what does this mean about our actual commitment to Palestinian liberation?